Hello, my name is Eric Lanchas and welcome. Today we're going to walk you through a guide to ranking for really tough keywords when your money page is stuck and it's just not moving. Specifically, what I'm going to be going over today is how to get a page unstuck when you're trying to rank it on Google, especially those money pages. You know the ones on your website that you've had for a while. It's just kind of like on page 2 or 3 or 4. It's not moving and you have a bunch of links there and it just nothing ever happened, right? Those pages. I'm going to bring you through my 10-step process to get those pages unstuck in rankings, and I'm going to talk about the micro signals of like here where you want to check to see what Google's doing in order to know what to do next. So if you have one page or even many pages, this will apply and this will help you rank for those money keywords. That's going to bring in all the cash, dough, money, whatever you want to call it. All right, so what do you do when you have a money page that just won't rank? Well, here is the master plan. This is what we're going to be going over today. It's actually really simple, and I'm going to bring you step by step. First, we're going to remove anything that might be hurting the page, because if you have something that's dragging you down, dragging your rankings down, it's going to be really hard to move forward. So removing stuff that's in our way is just going to make everything easier. Then what we're going to do is we're going to optimize the page and do what I call a reset on it, so that Google assigns a new link score, new page score, new score of everything. This is going to help us rank for that money term that we've been going over once we've gotten stuck. Finally, what we're going to do is once we've fixed all the issues, we're just going to go in and rank it, and hopefully it's going to land on page 1. So I hope you're excited. Let's jump right into it. First of all, the first thing that we need to do to start fixing our page is we need to analyze the bad links. We want to find all the bad links that are dragging us down, and we're going to keep the good links. Method number 1 to do this is going to be to use Ahref and look up your page URL. I like Ahref because it's one of the best link crawlers, and what you want to do is when you're using it, you plug in your URL here, you go to backlinks, and then what you do is you select link type, select do follow, because what we care about right now is going to be the do follow links, and then just download that link list. Okay, super easy. If you don't have Ahref, you're like, Eric, I can't follow. Well, you could use Webmaster Tools. Webmaster Tools is really good in the sense that it gives you even more links than Ahref because it's by Google. However, it doesn't isolate the do follow links. So you're going to, there's pros and cons here. One, it's free. You get more links, but it might take a little more time to go through because it's not isolating just the do follow links. Now, that's step number 1. Now, if you don't have any links, let's say you've gone through Ahref, you plugged in your URL, you've gone through Webmaster Tools, you plugged in, you've looked up the page, and you don't have any links, well then stop right here. This guide is not, this is not for you. You want to go through a link building guide and start building links to that money page, because that's going to help you rank. This is assuming that you have links, and now we're going to be analyzing those links and cleaning things up. So let's start cleaning things up. We're going to perform a hard link reset. What we're essentially going to do is go through our list of links, and depending on what type of link we find, we're going to either leave it, disavow it, run it through a test, or leave it. And the concept behind this is that you don't need hundreds of links to rank. Essentially, you just need a handful of good links to rank a page, even for competitive money terms. Google really is just looking for a handful of good links. That's why you don't need to be too scared to start removing really spammy links that are pointing to it. So what are we going to leave? Well, basically all the good stuff. Natural guest posts, forum posts, comments, randomly generated links. That's where we're going to be leaving it. Even stuff by like search.aol. I see those links all the time. Leave those. The obvious GSA and SE nuke links, obvious comment spam, that we're going to be disavowing. I'm going to go into detail in a second. And PBNs, we're going to be running it through a toxicity test. Everything else, even if you're not sure, just leave it. Specifically, let me dive into the actual links. This might help people that are new or people that haven't done cleanups before. I'm going to go through, this should cover 90% of links. Natural guest posts, forum posts, comments, news articles, social media links. Like a lot of people, if you have any, like sometimes people have hundreds of Pinterest links or Reddit links or Twitter links, that's perfectly fine. Just leave it. Search links, something like search results like AOL, or Ask Jeeves or all those stuff, leave that. Or reputable directories like business.com, best of web, all that stuff, just leave it. Those are good. What we're really after is going to be adult spam. Viagra type pages, mass comments. Let's say you comment 498 out of 500 on a page. You want to add those to the disavow list. We're going to be looking for links with pages with auto-generated text. These are going to be the worst ones. The ones with gibberish or just like auto-generated text, those you want to add to the list. GSA and SE Nuke style pages, like if you have a bunch of Web 2.0s that are randomly generated, those you want to add to the list. Unrelated profile links, low quality directories. That we're all going to put and just put it all in a disavow list and submit that to Google. If you want to know how to disavow, Google explains it really easily and simply right here, support.google.com/webmasters, or you just Google, it's the first result on Google when you type in Google disavow list. Like Google will tell you exactly how to do it. It's not complicated. Just throw all of this stuff, like the really, really low quality stuff, into the disavow for that page. We're cleaning things out here. Then if you are using PBNs and sister sites, basically anything that you own or control, that we're going to run it through a further test. Now, some people could just entirely skip this because they're not using any PBNs or sister sites. But if you are, then let's move on to the next one. So if you are using any PBNs, I'm going to strongly urge you to test the PBNs, because a PBN that was working 3 years ago might not be working today if Google kind of like detected it. So what I'm going to recommend you do is go watch the video on how to test PBNs, like eliminating bad links harming your site. This is what the video looks like. But the really 30-second like gist of it is basically you're going to take that PBN and you're going to link to another keyword to see if it reacts positively or negatively. So you basically find another site and then you link for a different keyword that's currently on page 2 or 3 with 0 backlinks. This is kind of like, this is going to allow you to test that PBN and see, hey, after 2 weeks, is the keyword gone up or is it gone down, or is it not moving at all? If it's not moving at all or it's gone down, that's going to be when you're going to want to remove the link that you're testing, and also remove the link to your money page, because that tells you that this PBN is no longer good. If it goes up, then that's great. You could keep it because it's proven that this PBN is helping. Now, if you are using PBNs, this is something that I'm strongly going to encourage, is that you add 100 words to that link that you had. So wherever that link was coming from on your PBN, add 100 words to that page and add one new image. That is going to help refresh the page, and this alone, when Google recrawls it, could be enough to make your rankings pop back up. Sometimes just refreshing the page that contains your link will help you rank better. I don't know why, but that's just the way Google sees it. They see the page is updated, they maybe assign a higher score to that page giving you a link, or a fresher score, and then you get more juice. And it just you could rank from this one change alone. So update your PBNs if they are still showing to be good and valuable. Just this one thing could help you rank. Okay, now assuming this didn't fix everything and you're not ranking number 1, now what we're going to do is we're going to do a content reset. The content reset is going to be essentially the same idea as a PBN updating, except we're going to update your main money page. I'm going to recommend you add at least a minimum of 100 words to your content, and you want to add the words near the top. For some reason, it just works better when you add it close to the top of the page, and add one image as well. What I typically do is I will be rewriting the content, like I rewrite my intro, because if I wrote an intro maybe 6-7 years ago, sometimes it's just no longer relevant, or it just needs to be updated a bit. So I'm going to write a new intro, and that typically is enough to help revitalize my money page. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one comment at the bottom, especially if the page hasn't received any comment, it's been stagnant for a while. And if you're using or you're doing e-commerce and you're trying to rank or revitalize a product page, you would leave a review. We're doing this because we want to send the signal to Google that we have an updated page, and now it's going to reset its content score. It's going to reevaluate the whole thing and say, okay, this page is now ranking and scoring this. All right, so in order to get the highest score when Google recrawls our page, we want to optimize our page as much as possible. So the easiest way to do this is you go to ntopic.org. It's like $9.99 a month or so. It's super cheap. You enter your keyword right at the top, then you plug in your text of that page you're trying to rank, and it's going to tell you which words you're missing. Now, what you want to do is you want to keep on adding those words till you get a score of 99 or above. That is going to mean that your page is fully optimized for your keyword. And now you essentially have an updated page with that you've cleaned out your links, and now we're gonna have the best basically quality score you possibly have on that page. So now we're set. Now finally we can start link building. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna recommend you build 2 new guest post link pointing to the page, and this time use one-word anchor text. You're gonna wanna see videos and site traffic research on how to build guest posts. One of them, you could go to people per hour. There's different ways of building guest posts. I have impossible links. There's tons of ways of building guest posts. Pick whatever one you want. But when you do build those guest posts, use one-word anchor text using the left and right technique. So for instance, if I'm trying to rank for Samsung 2233RZ review, I might break it down in this way. So I might have one anchor text that says Samsung 2233RZ, and then the other link might just say review. So you could imagine this within text saying, hey, if you want to read the review, and then you hyperlink review, and then click here. So what you're going to want to do is essentially break it down. The reason we're doing this and we're breaking it down, we're not trying to rank the page from scratch. We're trying to revitalize it, and we're trying to tell Google to recrawl it and reevaluate the link score. So we're going to give it some extra juice, some extra authority with these links. So that's going to be step 1. Then the next one, actually step 7, is going to be Disqus commenting. I want you to go out and do one Disqus comment on a recent fresh page that is related to whatever topic. So this is really easy. We've actually have another video on site traffic research on how to do this. You essentially go to Google, you look up your keyword or a relevant keyword followed by Disqus. You don't need the quotation marks. Then you select tools and you go past month. But essentially what we want to find is recent posts on our topic, and you leave one big comment, and within that comment you could have your URL linking as a source, as a reference. Go watch the video on how to do it and get a very high acceptance rate by the moderator. So that is going to be step number 7. Now what we've done is we've essentially removed the bad links. We've optimized the content so it's as good as possible, and now we've built 3 new links so that Google reevaluates your link score. This is should be enough. Google should go back and reevaluate absolutely everything about your page. It'll be like, oh wow, this is, everything that we knew about this page has changed. So I want you to wait 2 weeks and see how Google reacts. At this point, you should be seeing some significant ranking increases on your page. If for any reason you don't, then we're going to move on to our backup or emergency or like our next step, which is implementing the branch technique. Now, the branch technique is for those really stubborn pages. What I'm going to recommend you do is you add a branch page, which is an entirely new page of content to the money page. The way we're going to structure it is you want to structure it, when there's silo structures, essentially you want to have it as a child page to your main page. So the way it looks like in terms of URLs is if your site.com/Samsung2233RZ review, and we create a guide, then it's going to be Samsung.com 2233z/review/guide. So this is the new page that you're going to create. It's going to be a new standalone page that is related to your main money page. It basically reinforces your main money page, and you interlink them both. So basically the money page links to the branch page, and the branch page links to the money page. If you want to see the entire guide on this, is basically go watch the branch technique video. I walk you step by step. In WordPress, if you want to do it, whenever you're creating a page, just select on the right hand side, select the parent page, and make your main money page the parent page. That will solve everything. Okay, the reason we're doing this is because this branch page is going to help this main money page rank. And what you could do, taking this even further, is you could build 2 new guest posts to this branch page. And if you are using PBNs at your own risk, then you could build 2 PBN links back to this branch page. What this does is it sends a lot of juice back to this branch page, and it sends it back to the money page. And at this point, that's going to help you rankings even further. The reason we're doing this, and we're not just building extra links and extra links to the money page, is because we want to get our links coming from a bunch of different sources. We don't want to just point 20 links at once at our money page. We want to get a steady flow of internal juice and also external juice. This is going to help you rank for those tough, stubborn money keywords. All right, so now we've done a lot. Essentially, here's what we've done. We've done a hard reset on links. We've removed anything that's holding you back. We've done a hard reset on the content. We've optimized it and updated it so it's fresh. We've added 3 natural links using left and right anchor text technique. You're going to want to wait 2 weeks at this point because most of the time this is all you need to do and you're going to see a significant ranking increase. If you aren't at where you want to be, then add an extra branch page and you start building links to that branch page so the internal juice starts flowing through. This will help you rank for hard pages that are hard money pages that are just been stuck on your website for a long time. So if you have any more questions, ask them in the comments below. I'll take a look at the comments. I try to answer the comments. You guys, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit subscribe. And also consider checking out traffic research. All my best techniques are inside traffic research. That's where I help people just like you rank better on Google, recover from Google drops, and just improve a website's rankings overall. There are 0-day tactics, things that you won't find anywhere else on my traffic research. And then we have a full community, including the forums, the link vault, a whole bunch of programs and courses and all that good stuff inside mytrafficresearch.com. So thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that bell button if you want to be notified for videos. If you want to watch any other recommendations, hit the right or left box. And as always, my name is Eric Lantos, and I'll talk to you soon.